Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of two games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining. It's the Panthers going up against the Saints. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Second and 6. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
All right, here we go. Green,
now a handoff is on the left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Now look at 52. Over. Here we go now. Blue 90.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They come up in an offset eye. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Wake up.
The play clock's running down. Now move. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
No gain in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to have to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Newton takes it himself. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do. It was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
And a new set of downs here after picking. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Time running out here on the play clock. After the run, Newton going to throw. Funches with a catch over the middle. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. On second down, here's Newton. To the right side here, and that's complete. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I just get right there. He knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And no run here. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Come on now.
Play clock winding down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are going to take a first quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here we go now. Boom, landing.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out.
Watch 10, watch 10. Come on, watch 10, watch 10.
They come out here in the
Green 39! Green 39!
And they'll go to the ground attack here. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Starting to run to the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be placed in a different spot. Finding the way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Looking for his tight end. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop midfield at the 50-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. So they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure. Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now Newton on first down. That's a short one here. time, not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's Newton now on second down. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Left to grab here on third down. Still need to get the play off quickly. Now a carry here for the fullback. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on third down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down. That's something he's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second down following the run. His way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And the Saints signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And they'll try to ground game here with the running back. And he will maneuver his way down about the 7. And they'll move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation,
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano, from the right hash, and this one just a chipper. And Gano's kick is right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. A great lead, it's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 35-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. This let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super job.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. To throw on second down is Newton. On the screen, this is Mason. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play call did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Nowhere, baby, nowhere. Let's go. Way to go, D. Way to go, D.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Newton on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
4 down.
Second and 10. Newton again. Funches with a catch over the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does. The quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Riddell now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Hey, got tight left, tight end left. Hey, pick your game up. Here we go now. Green, 30.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll play.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom!
On play action, they'll throw. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And these guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And the Panthers are going to get a 1st down. We're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, it's Newton. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. But it's caught inside the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route with the receiver. Work the defensive back inside and then work back to the outside to the corner.
And he will score! Touchdown, Panthers! Cam Newton, as the 1st half is winding down, and the Panthers add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off the squad if you let them.
And they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. Here we go.
And again, this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Patriot! Patriot! Gun! Let's go!
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this 1st half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he takes it all away, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree. It's all about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talk about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage. you do it right, and they just did.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And we'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And now they're in a hurry up. Now a handoff looking right. And this carry now is productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. The play clock's running down. 3rd and 2, Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end down, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Newton on 3rd down. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, how many times we see it? I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame
situations, first down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The throw on second down is will take it across. Panthers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And we know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
How many plays do you script coming out of
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run it out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To go here on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, land it. Gun.
Back to throw. Incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. 3rd down here. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Calling a gain of 10. And they'll pick up the first.
Did you see that right away what I did?
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drive, completed it very well.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D.
Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here comes the Saints punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. They get Gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, my goodness, I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. From the end zone, Newton. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Ready, 180. Wake up. Sick guy.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll find some space up here back at 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here and down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
Here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the 2nd half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. It's complete to Fleener. And he takes it down to the 15 and picks up the 1st.
Well, the advantage is certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time the charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No.
going to lead to a third down. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now on third and long, they look to throw. Caught right side, it's Snead. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of one. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Top line. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? You guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receiver.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Do something. 180. 91 is the mic. 180. Check 43.
They come out here in the eye. Now they run. It's Mason. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Let me pump out my chest a little bit. Even if I'm not rooting for either team, that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it'll be a Carolina first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense.
Hey. Got three.
Now a first down throw for Newton. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll run it on the toss. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hey, flare, alert, flare. Ready? Wake up. He's coming. Double up.
And they'll run it here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune warble?
Look at that lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it. Because
you're not going to want that feeling.
You don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Set. Green, 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Finding time. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Eight yards still remaining here on 3rd down.
3 down. Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Play action. They'll throw. Left side and caught by Flander. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
3 down. All right, here we go. Green, 19.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Backing up. Great protection. Now in desperation. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there on 4th and 2. 56 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they're operating in the red zone.
Hey, tight left.
Another pistol look here. First down and goal to go from the 7. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight it. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Check, tight right. Solo up.
Childs looks to try to punch it in. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And back at the 8 now, 3rd and goal. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Now he's flushed out right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Oh, what a move. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
It's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Newton's going to throw it. He's going to lock one deep left side here. And got his man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is it rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. When you can see that. This is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.